Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been following the Giants this season, you know that things have been quite intense. There's a lot of buzz around the team, especially after what happened in Week 4. It's not just about the game itself, but about a bold move that could define the future of this franchise. And I'm talking about the decision made by head coach Brian Daboll to bench veteran quarterback Daniel Jones, who's been the leader of this team for quite some time, and to give the reins to Jackson Dart. Yes, Dart, a rookie, a guy who's shown flashes in his limited opportunities, but who, until recently, was largely seen as a developmental project. Now, he's stepping into a much bigger role, and that's got everyone talking. You see, Daboll's decision is not just about one game, it's about a clear message to the entire locker room, to the fans, and to the division. It signals that the Giants are willing to take some bold steps to try to turn things around, to see if this young quarterback can be the franchise's future. But what's really interesting is the way Daboll publicly handled this decision. He made it very clear that this was entirely his call. No whispers or leaks from the front office, no joint decision with ownership. This was a move he made on his own, based on what he sees in Dart and the direction he wants this team to go. And that's a pretty significant statement. Because if you've been paying attention, you know that there's been a lot of speculation about the future of Daniel Jones, especially after his contract negotiations and some inconsistent performances. The fact that Daboll is now openly backing Dart's development, saying that he's the guy for Week 4 and beyond, suggests a strong vote of confidence. It's a bold move, especially considering that the Giants aren't exactly out of the playoff picture yet, and every game counts. Now, what makes this decision even more intriguing is the context behind it. For months, there was an expectation that Daboll's future with the Giants would heavily depend on how Dart develops. The coaching staff has been high on Dart's athleticism and potential, but it's one thing to see flashes in practice, and another to trust him fully in a high-pressure NFL game. The fact that Daboll publicly distanced himself from the Giants' ownership, specifically John Mara and Joe Scone, shows how much this decision means to him personally. He emphasized that it was his decision, which, in the NFL, is a rare thing to hear from a head coach when it comes to quarterback decisions. And that's a big deal because it indicates that Daboll is all in on Dart, at least for now. He's essentially telling everyone that he believes in the young quarterback's makeup and athleticism, and that he's willing to take the risks necessary to see if Dart can be the future. Of course, he also acknowledged that there will be growing pains. That's inevitable when you're working with a rookie quarterback in the NFL. But what's important is that Daboll believes Dart has the right qualities to succeed, and he plans to do everything in his power to help him improve. This move also puts a lot of pressure on Dart himself. Now, he's not just a project, he's the starter. The team's future is now partly riding on his shoulders, and the coaching staff is clearly behind him. But at the same time, it's a huge opportunity for Dart to prove that he belongs at this level, that he can handle the bright lights and the intense pressure of NFL games. Daboll's words about Dart preparing and getting better each time he plays show the faith he has in the rookie's potential. Of course, this also raises some questions about Daniel Jones. Fans are naturally wondering what this means for him moving forward. Is this a sign that the Giants are already looking beyond Jones? Or is it simply a strategic move for this season, to see if Dart can give the team a spark? The truth is, Daboll's decision suggests that he's willing to explore different options to get this team back on track. And knowing the Giants' history, they're not afraid to make bold moves if they believe it's for the best. Let's talk about Dart himself for a moment. He's a guy with a lot of athleticism, a strong arm, and good decision-making potential. But he's also a rookie, and NFL defenses are complex and fast. Daboll mentioned that Dart needs to focus on making good decisions, accurate passes, and taking care of the football. Those are the essentials for any quarterback, especially a young one trying to find his footing. It's about managing the game, understanding defenses, and not trying to do too much too soon. Dart's development will be under a microscope now, and every game will be scrutinized. But the fact that Daboll has given him this opportunity shows confidence in his ability to handle that pressure. The Giants are in a tricky spot. They're not out of the playoff race, but they're also not in a comfortable position. This move could be a turning point for better or worse. If Dart succeeds, it could give the Giants a new spark, a fresh identity on offense. If he struggles, well, the team might have to reconsider their options. But that's football, you have to take risks sometimes. And Daboll's decision to go all in on Dart is a gamble that might pay off in the long run. Looking at the bigger picture, this kind of move is reminiscent of some of the great quarterback development stories in NFL history. Sometimes, a team needs to take a chance on a young player and let him grow through the fire. The Giants have a history of making bold moves, and this could be another chapter in that tradition. It's also a testament to Daboll's coaching philosophy. He's not afraid to make tough calls if he believes it's for the good of the team. Now, what does all this mean for the NFC? Well, if Dart can develop quickly and start winning games, it could shake up the division. The Eagles and Cowboys are formidable, but if the Giants find consistency with Dart, they could become a real threat. The division is always competitive, and a quarterback change like this adds an unpredictable element. It's also a sign that the Giants are serious about re-establishing themselves as playoff contenders, and they're willing to do whatever it takes. And let's not forget, the fans are buzzing. This move has generated a lot of excitement and debate among Giants supporters. Some are thrilled to see the team taking a chance on a young quarterback, while others are anxious about the risks involved. That's what makes football so great, the unpredictability, the passion, and the hope that every move might be the one that turns everything around. In conclusion, what we're witnessing right now is a pivotal moment for the New York Giants. The decision to bench Daniel Jones and give Jackson Dart a shot is bold, risky, but also potentially transformative. It's a clear message from head coach Brian Daboll. He believes in Dart, and he's willing to bet on his development. Whether this leads to immediate success or growing pains, one thing is for sure, the Giants are rewriting their story, and it's a story that's going to be watched closely by everyone who loves this team and this division. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the New York Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news.